a hitch in the mouth. I hear a mouth. I thought I was going to be late today. I was in surgery. Well, I have to ask God to help me through this. Somebody's mouth open, be under some anesthesia, and you have to do your best. But I'm happy to be here today. This is one of the finest days of my life. The opportunity to talk to some fine young men. I consider it a privilege just to share with you. God has blessed me, and I believe that my assignment is to help somebody else to see the light. I'm going to share with you some principles, some traits that would help you and motivate you toward success. I will assure you that all of you want to be successful in life. Let me see the hands of those who says I want to be successful. Well, I didn't see the hands go up fast. Let me just see the hands of those you really want to be successful. But others will honor you, others will respect you. You be the kind of a man that society will honor. And I'm privileged also to say have here some mighty men of valor, some top gun guys right at our church. We have bonded together. But I won't talk to you too long, because some of you want to say, well, what is he going to talk about? What is he going to talk about? I want to talk about something that you don't hear much about. I want to talk about something that you will put these principles into effect. It will radically change your life. Set you on course, that you will be honored and that you will be respected. And that's what every man needs. You don't need a whole lot of love. As a man, you desire to be honored and respected because God has put inside of you an infrastructure, network you, and weave you in a certain way. That if you don't be honored and respected, you'll challenge society. When you do that, you're not going to win. I want to talk to you. If I could get one person here today to make a change, will cause you to think, I've done my job. See you in your future. That you will say that one person helped me to get to where I am. I believe that God has caused me to do that. What are some of the things that are critical to your success, to your climb in the ladder? Even if everybody has given up on you, you didn't have a dad in the home, you didn't have money, on the wrong side of the tracks, didn't have this and that. But what can I do and what can I incorporate in my life, your existence, that will give you a measure of success, that you can stand the test of time, you can stand against anybody, anywhere in the world. And you will be appreciated. I don't know what I keep talking about. If you're like me, I was one who, as a kid, in the hood in Fifth Ward of Houston, Texas, we called it the Bloody Fifth. Almost every night there was ambulances carrying somebody either to the hospital or to the morgue or to the funeral. That's where I was raised. Prostitutes on my corner. That's where I was raised. But somebody spoke to me. You'd allow me to invade your life a little bit. I want to get in it. I want to say to you that you can make it. What's critical? I think number one, you got to know who you are. Who are you this morning? On this 10th day of December 2011. That's a question. Who are you? Have you ever taken the time to ascertain who are you? What are you about? What are you about? Who are you? What encompasses your life? Who are you? All the times we are busy trying to impress others who we don't like. Do we have them take the time to do some inspection as to who are you today? Why don't you take a moment right now and say, who am I? Because if you don't know who you are, others will tell you who you are. That lead me to the next point. Don't let others define you. Don't let nobody else put a tag on you. Don't let nobody else, it doesn't matter who they are, because you know who you are. You know where you want to go in life. Because your life has value and you are significant. You have value. Coming up in the hood, I didn't let nobody define me, even though I wasn't chosen on the basketball team. I'm about one of the worst players. Nobody cared. I give you some other points. Feel rejected, and you don't feel that you have the kind of presence the others have. That's what I was exposed to. But I had to come to a point in my life, can't nobody do it but you. You don't want society to define you. You don't want the police department to define you. You don't want the drug dealer to define you. You want to define yourself because you have value. If you don't know it, you will never, ever realize your potential. And don't allow your surroundings to shape you. You should shape your environment with a sense of value, and that's a real man, that's a real young man, that when you step on the canvas of any situation, you change it. You change it for the good. Because you know who you are. They may say that you have an attitude, they may say you be, think be. Think great. Let me tell you who you are and what you're a product of. You are the product of God's love. I felt that when I was a teenager that nobody loved me. I went to bed many nights and cried myself to sleep. 6 of us in one bedroom. I have 6 brothers. 3 in the bed. Lights out. I'm crying. Didn't understand that little boy was a product of God's love. The Word of God says it. That's what I base my life on. John 3:16 said, God so loved the world, which means, brothers, that God loves you with an unconditional love, and nothing you can do to cause God to hate you or to turn his back on you. That he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever trusted in him. Oh, let me pause here for a moment. Doesn't matter how tough you are, who you think you are, Casanova, 3-point shooter, you got your moves. Doesn't matter how you think you are. There will be some situations in life understand. There is a force and there is a power, there is a person, there is a spirit, there is God who loves you. And he is the one who changed me. I am not ashamed. Who set me on my course of destiny. He will do the same thing. You're a product. Not the product of mom and daddy getting together in a hotel room, in the back seat of a car, in a moment of passion, and here come you. God knew you before you was formed in your mother's womb. God knew you from eternity past. Millions of years ago, God knew you, and he knew at the moment of time that you would invade this earth. Now what are you going to do about it? You're a product of God's love. What are you going to do? You can choose to do nothing and be on the sidewalks of life. You're a product of God's love. Number one, you got to know who you are. Number two, since you are a product of God's love, then you must have a vision. After you have ascertained who you are, then you ought to have a vision for your life. Where are you going? And what are you going to do? Vision is a mental picture of where God is taking you. You got to understand that. Case in point, I was 16 years old, made in Leeds in high school. Spitball, rubber shoes. It dawned on me that if I don't make a change and ascertain what I want to be, I'm going to be a janitor. Back in the 60s in Houston, Texas. Just like that. I said, I'm better than that. Began to see myself differently. You sit in the back of the classroom, playing with my boys. Laughing. Something on the inside of me said, Truman, you are better than that. What am I going to be next year after I walk that stage? Get a vision. Vision of where your Creator wants you. What is he taking you? And then, after you have decided a vision, where do you see yourself in the future? Where? What are you going to do that will cause others to honor you, cause others to respect you? Are you going to be playing basketball the rest of your life? Where are you going? Where are you going to live? What are you going to drive? What woman are you going to marry? What church are you going to attend? Who are you going to hang with? Got to have a view. Where are you going? If you don't know where you're going, your destiny may be anywhere. And you take the time and you value yourself enough to say, I'm important. I don't care what nobody says. This is what I'm going to be in life. And then you make choices to make your dream and your vision come alive. You make it. I can't do it for you. You value yourself. Oh, get in that room, in that classroom, make on purpose a quality decision because life is choice driven. You are where you are because of your choices. Nobody else. You can't blame nobody else for your failures. None can nobody take credit for your success. You did. Old folks used to tell me, said, Martin, get something in your head. Get it in your head, can't nobody, the white man can't take it from you. Guess what else they told me? I went to all black school, all black everything. All black. Elementary school, kindergarten, elementary school, junior high, senior high, Texas Southern University, Wiley College, Howard University, black. Guess what they told us? That we had to be head and shoulders above the whites to get the same job. That's the time you sit on the back of the bus, different water fountains and toilets. Y'all guys don't know about that. The time that we had to pick cotton. I can tell you some stories. Life is choice driven. You can make a choice. You are where you are in life based upon your choices you make. You can't blame nobody else. And I wish I was 16. I wish I was 17, 18, 20, and something like that. What I found in heaven, now have you. What about Wall Street? What about a stockbroker? What about an engineer? What about a minister? What about an evangelist? Someone in missions? A doctor, a lawyer, politician? That I can look up to, like as a young man, you can make choices for me. Choices is a product of what's in your mind. What do you feed yourself? It's amazing to me of the trash and all of the immoral things that's out there, and we harvest it in our mind and we think that is the normal. What a young lady that I can get next to, get over. We have the same issues. Knock a girl up. That bad boy gonna ride you for 18 years, and I don't want nobody to imprison me. Child supports and all of that stuff. Choices you make, your emotions, your will, your intellect, that feeds into your desires. If you know who you are and you're a product of God's love and your personal vision, and nothing any stronger than a made-up mind, then you got to have the faith to act upon your decision, your God-given decisions. And what is faith? You got to have confidence. A lot of young men that are strong out here, they're not like you. You have confidence. You got to have confidence in your game. You got to have confidence that when you shoot the three-pointer, it's going to go in. You got to have faith. And faith is unshakable confidence in the ability of God and what God has deposited within you, and faith calls you to act on a stimulus, and that stimulus is God's word. I got to have faith. Got to have unshakable confidence. Because there's some haters out there. There's some people who's not going to like you and appreciate you because you make a decision to be different. To be the kind of young man that will cause others to honor you. Let's get started. Then after you have established your faith, then what about your focus? Say with me, my focus. I'll say it like a man. My focus?
My focus.
I got to keep my eyes on my prize. Got to keep your eyes. If you're going to shoot a three-pointer, you got to not only keep your eyes on the prize, but you got to follow through with your shot. Am I right, Coach?
That's right.
I can't say that. All of you can be even little man. But I know that I got to focus and then follow through. Commitment. Keep your focus. Now what are you going to focus on? First of all, I think it's crucial and critical, young people, regardless of what the world says and society says. I said earlier, he who changed my life was God. I believe on his son. Took away my frailties, my doubts, and my fears. And all of you have them. You changed my life completely. I make a commitment to connect with the unchangeable God. To connect with he who causes change but never change, and who is the causer. Everything revolves around him. So I got to put my focus first of all scripture. Where you are scripture? Where is that joy and that peace that only God can give? Then number two, I'm going to focus on my education. God, my heart, got a mind that's trained and got a mind that is developed. The NAACP slogan says that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. There's a lot of guys in the street. Intellectual, smart, wasted their time and effort. And then you're going to focus on your career. Number one is salvation, God, your education, and your career. What are you going to do? And then after that, I'm trying to bring this so close. You got to be diligent in pursuing of your goals. It's not enough to say I'm going to be this, I'm going to do that. You want to diligently pursue your goals. Don't let anybody, anything, any situation hinder you. Make up your mind. I'm going to follow through. I'm going to be diligent. I'm going to think about it every day. And I'm going to make steps. I'm going to make decisions toward my goal because I know I value me. Me. Do you value yourself? Have any value? Be diligent. That means consistent, aggressive, maximize effort to accomplish a predetermined task. Going to be a man of value. Let me just talk about that for a moment. What is your reputation? You know, I get upset in my practice and in the church when young ladies tell me they can't find a good young man. I don't believe that's true. All you want is a little tail. What are your values? Do you have a good reputation? What do people think of you when they first see you? That's what I tell guys in our church. Let me just talk about that for a moment. Man, pull up your pants. Why you got your booty showing? You can't go down to the bank, to the 500 Fortune companies and get a job at a bank with your pants down to your knees. What's up? I'm gonna hire a young guy in my office if he comes in and what do people think when they see you? What does society think? What are your values? Then what about your work ethic? You got to have values. You got to have a work ethic. Getting up early in the morning. Mama should have to come in and wake you up. Don, man, I'm going to sleep. Man, the clock didn't go off. What's up? But I'm a man. I'm a man. You can't do it. My daddy used to do do this. He said, boy, when the sun get up, you get up. You can walk in authority. You can walk in power. That's why I walk the way I do. Paid my dues. Paid the price. Then godliness. What do you think? What do you use? My mother said, boy, don't have a lot of tails. He might not say nothing. But they're thinking about it. You want to have a good reputation. See, hey, that's a fine young man. That's a fine guy. Now I come and talk to my daughter. Hey, I'm going to check him out. I'm going to check him out. I'm going to look him over good. And my daughter said, Daddy, you run them all away. Want to check it out? What are your value system? Is that a sense of right and wrong? There it is. What is your value system? What do you value? But your values are determines your destiny. And what about your integrity, trustworthiness? Can I trust homies trust your word? Are you silent? You say you're going to do one thing, are you going to do it? Are you? Are you? That's what I look at. That's what I examine. The real quality of a man. Let's talk about athletes for a moment. And all of the athletes across the United States getting in trouble. Quarterback for LSU. I'm from Texas, so we don't care what we have. I can have my little in trouble with drugs, alcohol, domestic violence, because something on the inside of those young men state that they're insecure and they got to put their hands on a woman. Which means over the period of time, come to contract negotiation of being drafted, they're going to hold all of that against you. Some of you may be the best basketball player, and I'm looking for some of you, hey, see you on Ohio State, Wright State, UD, campus, I want to be a point boy, that's a great guy. What is your value system? That the white folks appreciate you. And then after your basketball career is over, they give you a job paying 6 figures, $250,000 a year. Help you set up your own insurance agency, stuff like that. Got several points here I'm ready to close. I believe today that you're on the right track to fulfill your destiny, because others have come before me. You have listened attentively. Do you have a vision? Do you have faith? And do you have focus? And if you do, let me tell you what God will do for you. God will help you to reach your destiny. What God has designed for your life, God will help you to do it. He helped me to do it. Then not only that, but God will give you a purpose. God will give you a purpose, young man over there in the blue. And that is the reason that you are living. The reason that God caused you to be born on the earth and breathe in his air is not yours. After your purpose, God gives you dreams. Dreams are what could happen in your life. That's a dream. You have dreams of greatness. If I come to a close, give you a vision for your life, and you put these others into focus. That is the revealed plan of God for your life. Then you know your calling. That is your specific role that you must play to produce God's will. Then God releases potential in you. That is a divine deposit of grace that is on the inside of you. Then I challenge you that you ought to connect with the church. Ought to have a place that you can hear men of God who can give you instructions as to what you ought to do at least once a week. And coming in the umbrella and under the presence of God, I'm involved in ministry, I'm involved in church. I was in Haiti last year after the earthquake. It was devastating. I saw buildings that crumbled, and I saw the devastation of people. And I said, what will change our people in America if they see how these people are struggling and suffering? You at one of the greatest points in the history of a nation. You can capitalize on what's available to you, but you have to know your calling and what you're about. I want to be successful.